just waiting for this frickin'... There it goes. My start menu was not dropping away. There we go. Decided to hold on. Decided to play a little bit of Truck Sim tonight because it sounded like maybe good something different, you know. World map. Right now we're in Carson City. Actually, what I'm going to do is before I do anything, I'm just going to quick travel to one of my garages. And garage manager. Well, not available. And the reason why this will just make sure that our game is synced up with the servers. Oh, there's already other people here. Cool. It's been a little while since I've done this, and I'm pretty sure something's not right. Something doesn't feel right. Oh. Alright, we got no air in the brakes. So just start the engine and run it full throttle to get the air up. I'll just bring her around. Now, I'm going to do Convoy, so if anyone wants to join, you know. Yeah, if you're watching, you're like, oh, I have this game and I'm in that same area. You're more than welcome to follow along. Yeah, this is realistic right here. Let's just go through this guy's trailer. And I gotta get my trailer. There we go. Had to make sure my my wheel was secure. It was too wobbly. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to click this. I just want to... Anyways. Stream has started. And I'm in Portland. My bike can't handle a trailer. Yeah, thinking about possibly getting a new car here. Like looking into the feasibility of trading my car in and getting something new and better, and probably a pickup truck. And people are like, "Well, just get a trailer." Like, well, my bike actually can't haul trailers. I'm going to pull out of the garage area here. Throw the hazards on. I'm gonna just roll up onto this curb here. Mount the curb. I chose out of the road. Parking brake. Let's bring up our map. And we want cargo market. There are no available cargoes for your trailer. What the hell? Freight market? Oh, fucking hell. So it's that glitch. Okay. So garage manager. I will quick travel to the garage that I'm parked right in front of. Because sometimes you have to just resync like that. So I'm gonna have to hook up to my trailer again. Ooh, we crashed into the guy. That's okay. We're in a collision zone. Collisions don't matter. It's real fun, Josh. How's it going, buddy? Cut it around this way. That's one thing I don't like is, like, this game really wasn't built for multiplayer, and they added the multiplayer mod, and, well, other people did, and there's a lot of little things. Getting Cajon tomorrow. Cool. It was a bit of a debate tonight on what I wanted to stream, and Run 8 was one of the things, and I was like, don't feel like playing Run 8. Alright, I want cargo market. You don't tell me there's no cargo around here. $32,000 to Winnemucca, Nevada. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take a $32,000 job. I mean, maybe. Sometime I will. No, actually, because most of the work I do whenever I am playing Run 8 is either in Barstow. It's usually mostly in Barstow, which is in a DLC. Oop, I definitely clipped that curb. The other thing too is I did a bit of work yesterday in Run 8, and I'm just like I'm gonna play this because this is actually kind of oddly relaxing, and I had a bit of a rough day. I had not a rough day, but a long day at work. What's the speed limit through here? 45. You're on multiplayer waiting for West Colton or Bakersfield train ready to be set up. Okay. So it's 50, set the cruise at 55, and... So I think I've already driven down this road. I just haven't driven on the road above me. Oh, we're crisscrossing across Portland, Oregon right now. I'm going to pick up a job and head to Winnemucca, Nevada. Yep, I'm paying more attention to where I was paying attention to my can of Coke sitting next to me and not the road. Do you want this exit? Mirrors look good. No, I want this exit. I swear, officer, I haven't had anything to drink yet. Wait. Oh, I did want to take that exit. Oh, damn it. Did I? No, I don't know where it wanted me to go. I don't know where we're going. Let me get off here at the... No. I'm going straight, so... Mirrors look good. I do my cross check. I look at my Twitch chat, and then I look at my YouTube chat, and then I go back to the game, and that's when I start to drift. I also haven't driven in game in a while, so as always with my streams, I am always open to chat with. Josh over on YouTube's like, I would switch Barstow, but I suck at switching. I have no idea what goes where. Well, that's what we did with our 3-part tagging system for not Barstow, but for the entire CMFR Run 8 server. You just match the tags up. So if you're pulling cars out of, and I want this exit. If you're pulling cars, you know, all the cars that say BAK go together. All the cars that say, you know, if it has a 2-letter tag, they all go on a train to West Colton. If it has an off-route destination, we have a Google Doc that I need to update at some point that shows where all these off-route destinations are at. And we also have the Discord chat where you can be like, hey, I have a bunch of cars, here's all the tags in them, where do they go? And realistically, like, if you're pulling cars out of the bowl in Barstow and it's like PHX and trying to think of another one, like PHX, HOU, and GAL, those are all cars going off the West Colton, or off of Seligman going eastbound. Bar trim on a train setup and it's been running. Yeah, I was humping cars last night, and then one of the bowl tracks got full, so I pulled everything off the bowl. I just went in a big circle, didn't I? I did, because I went over that bridge. Yeah, I went the wrong way earlier. But leaving the power running isn't really a big deal. I mean, it does burn fuel, but it doesn't cost us any in-game money, because there's no currency system in Run 8, so it doesn't matter if they burn fuel all day. Run out of gas, and I did want to take this exit. And one of these days when I'm feeling up to it, I'll do another stream of Run 8, and if you're around for that, I'll give you some coaching. Oh no, it wanted me to go that way. And then... why did my GPS take me in that route like that? I'll answer that question here in a minute. So I just put a random car, like for example SBD. We're going to take all the SBD cars and put it on a track that has one SBD car on it. I mean, if there's only one with one SBD car, then yeah. And that's for San Bernardino Yard, which is a westbound train. So it would go on the south departure yard. I don't know what the speed limit through here is, but it seems like I'm going way too fast. Especially since I'm pretty sure I've got to stop up ahead. I can never get my shift pattern right. I got it almost perfect. Like, I got it perfect on my bike. I got it perfect on my old work truck. This truck, I can't get it on. That's because I forgot the 18-speed transmission, so there's like 5,000 downshifts I have to do. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable working Barstow, you don't have to. There's nothing that says you have to work Barstow. And we also, of course, Josh, we've got the Discord chat, so if you have questions, you can always ask them in there too. Big Red is pretty good with how the car tags work as well. So. And to the viewers on Twitch wondering why I'm answering questions if no one's asking anything in chat, it's because I'm also monitoring my YouTube chat, since I do cross-stream this to both YouTube and Twitch. That said, if you've got questions or anything like that, I'm more than happy to answer them, talk about whatever kind of bullshit that you want to talk about. Oh, that's a red light. Oh, I've entered the city. Light's green. Go. Got a sequential gearbox setup, so I don't have to worry about the clutch, since I don't have a clutch pedal on my feet. But, yeah, so all those cars like that are going to be off-route cars. So Pass, Rick, STO, and FRS. Those are all cars you're going to want to send to, on an outbound train. It'll be like MBARIC for Richmond, and it'll go down Bakersfield sub. So you'll send it towards, you'll send it towards, Bakersfield and everything. And since those are all cars those are off-route cars, you don't have to sort them by PAS, RIC. They can just be clustered together. Well, let's see what load we got here. Of course, I'm driving trucks and talking Run 8. Cargo. Did I click cargo market? No, I clicked freight market. Oh, I could take a boat? I don't want to take a boat. It's a lot of money, but that would kick me off the server, so. Take job. Just gotta go to the loading dock area. Turn the hazards on, because why not? Do I have my lift wheel up? No, I don't. No, I did. There was some indicator somewhere on the status of that wheel. Not that it really matters, but... So I gotta go right there. Got it. So I'm actually going to drive past it. And drive a considerable distance past it. Be centered. Here we go. Give myself plenty of room on the right-hand side. Follow it around. Follow it around. I don't want to skip loading and delivery. Loading? I don't need to do that. Too hard, too hard, too hard. Not hard enough. Alright, now watch the mirrors. Look at that. That's gonna be probably the best backup job I do all night. And it was good, and then it wasn't. So let's just straighten it out a little. What was it, like a couple weeks ago I was doing this and I could not. If it says if you're working Barstow and it says BAR, they go to the old yard, and that's where they get stored. They get the old cars for Barstow Barstow locals get stored in the old yard until they get switched into their proper locals. That's looking pretty good. And golden. Get this cargo loaded, and then we've got to find a gas station. Cool, cargo's loaded. Drop that. Let's find a nearby gas station. Okay, there. Why did it zoom out? That's going to be an interesting drive. Alright. We need the gas. So. Watch the mirror, swinging it nice and wide. There we go. And gates that don't open until you're right on top of them. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I'm not that tall. Cross some train tracks. So I do actually use a racing wheel to drive with this, and it is a 1-to-1 turn ratio in game versus what you know, or in my hand versus what you see on the screen. So wherever that wheel is in game is where my wheel actually is in my hand, which is awesome. Fun light, turn green, turn green, turn green, turn green. You're not gonna turn green in time for me. And now it's green. There's a couple guys sitting a couple blocks over. And now I'm coming up on some people. Yep, I'm coming up behind some guys. Cool. Got a little bit of traffic over here. So, unofficial convoy going on. I was reading chat. What if Renegade did have currency? We would start out with certain locomotives and work our way to. No, I don't think that would. I don't think that's how that would work if we had a currency system. I think it would be more of a. What I would like to see, at least in Run 8, is a like a not necessarily a player, but like a server-based like method of keeping track of like how efficient your working industries. Like you delivered cargo to the industries. Here your group has earned X points or whatever. Like, or score or something, some way of actually keeping track of when individuals deliver, like how much cargo you're actually moving. But like at an individual level, no, I would never. If they did implement it, I would turn it off, because any system like that would make it too gamey and would make it too much like Railworks, and that would this wouldn't work for me. Oh man, I don't have much gas left, do I? Distance to E. 92 miles. That's like... I can make this turn, and I'll probably run out of gas. It'd be hilarious if I ran out of gas and just coasted all the way into the gas station. This is a rough stretch of road. Like, it's kicking my wheel all around. Big old load of tanks back there, whatever it is. That's actually a load I would love to be able to do. Like, give me a lowboy and an M60, and just let me haul that. That would be fun. Then, like, just make that transition of playing, like, oh, I'm gonna play Steel Beasts, and now I'm delivering the tank that I'm going to be driving in Steel Beasts. I don't think two of these pumps like. Oh no, three of them do. But why not the middle two? Why the middle two? Like, now the reason why the server, at least the Run 8 server, isn't 24/7, and there are groups that do 24/7 servers. Well, the reason why we don't is because my computer is kind of loud, and I can't sleep with my computer running. That's just to fill up the tanks. If people had like $100 to throw at me to buy another computer for it, I would do it. I would put it, in my closet or in another room in the house, apartment, whatever. And run it 24/7. But because I don't have the money for that right now. How do I get out of here? I kind of want to be able to do that with my truck. Like, put a tarp over it. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool if in-game, like, in multiplayer, instead of it kicking you off, if you were AFK for too long, you could just, like, mark yourself as away, and put a target, like, pull a new parking spot, mark yourself as away, and just sit there for, like, 3-4 hours, maybe even put a tarp over your truck. Like, people do that in flight sims all the time. Like, you log into, like, Microsoft Flight Simulator and one of their multiplayer servers, and you see people just sitting at a busy airport. You do it on VATSIM, even though it's against the rules, but... And they just sit at the airport and watch airplanes take off and fly around, and I think that'd be kind of cool to do that in any game, really. I do that in Run 8. Sometimes I'll just put up the, at least onto YouTube. Well, I haven't done it in a while, but I'll put up like a live stream just staring at somewhere watching trains go by. Might do that. I might do that on like Saturdays starting. I might do that this Saturday, just like YouTube only railfan camera on Run 8 while I'm at work. I got in the turn lane way too early. Just waiting on this light. It's actually been like a week and a half, 2 weeks since last time I played this, so. And the virtual trucking company that I'm signed up with, like when I first did it, they're like, you gotta drive, 3 loads a week. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen, buddy. And then, like, everyone was super active on it for a while, like right when I first joined it, and then nobody's active on it anymore. And I'm just like, cool. Alright, on our way to Nevada. Tomorrow will be a live stream of Steel Beasts with a slight time delay, just because that's just how I do that stream. We're just trucking along now. Angus Reeves, welcome to the YouTube stream. You're new? New to what? New to the channel? New to the Sim series? This style of game? Particular game? What? Do I have it in the right gear for this hill? I don't. I have to downshift. I have to drop her a gear. Now where are my lane lines? I lost my lane lines. There they are. New to the channel? Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. I have, at least on my Twitch channel, I don't have it posted on YouTube. I do stream pretty much, well, not every night. I stream Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific. So starting about a half hour ago, it's now 7:30. And I play a good variety of games. I tend to stick to playing different simulators, which is a vast departure from what my YouTube channel used to be about, which used to all be about model trains, and then I got out of model railroading for reasons, and then was doing a lot of virtual railroading and recording videos, and then got tired of recording videos, so I said I'll just stream them. So I stream to Twitch and YouTube Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or not Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Mondays, 7 to 10. And if you have American Truck Sim, you're more than welcome to pop in. We can meet up somewhere and do a little convoying. I need to get over a lane. And at any rate, I do pay attention to both Twitch and YouTube chats simultaneously because I have multiple monitors and I'm capable of doing that. And so that's how I'm able to interact with viewership. Can I... Yeah. I said at the start of the show about 20 minutes ago, I was like, yeah, I'm looking at possibly getting a new car, and someone's like, well, just get a trailer for your motorcycle and use that to haul around all your gear when you go to events. And I'm like, that's not... My motorcycle can't handle a trailer. Like, it specifically says in the owner's manual, do not attach a trailer to this vehicle. And then... on top of that, it's like, I have too much gear to even fit into a trailer for a motorcycle trailer, because those things are small. Like, my swords alone wouldn't fit in that. But... Of course, anytime anyone messages anything in Discord, because I have overlays turned on, it just keeps popping up in that one little corner right there. I'm a little upset that we are leaving Oregon, going to Nevada, but at the same time, you know, money's money. Yeah, I'm catching bits and pieces of that. Talking about SD60Ms and more GE into Run 8. I mean... Oh, I took that corner really fast. Oh. There was a rumor that we were supposed to get some GE power, or maybe even something in the SW1500s. But that was like, oh, and we're going to get it before the end of 2018, and then it never came. And we still haven't gotten any new locomotives. In fact, I think the last piece of rolling stock... No, the last locomotives we got were the SD70s. That was the last locomotive pack that came out for Run 8. And the heritage units. Are there any players near me? Nope. Alright, that's not even a... Yeah, those were the last things that came out, were the Aces. That was the last, you know, locomotive or rolling stock or anything. I think before that was the, oh, shit, I want to say the center beams were probably the next thing. The devs for Run 8 are really... There's something else. I would definitely love to see, like, SW1500s. I mean, personally, I would love to see an SW1. But that's just because that's my bread and butter locomotive right there. I used to primarily do all of my switching on my one route in trains with nothing but an SW1. And it wasn't even the right paint scheme for that railroad that I was working. I was like, well... I can pretend. Rough road right there. Nope. Did they not render in my window? Yeah. Oh, they just disappear really fast. Okay. So, 2 trucks by, and I'm like, I don't even see them in my mirrors. Put a little more pep in the step. Climbing up some hills. Alright, I gotta chime in on this. Just had to add my 2 cents to that conversation. And there's a good thing I stopped at the top of this hill because it's easier to get started again. And now we start the downhill stretch. Yeah, I forget exactly where it was. It was posted somewhere on Facebook that we were supposed to be getting, like the devs said themselves, like we've been working on some stuff, possibly an NW1, possibly an SW15 or 1200. More Jeeps, stuff like that. And that was stuff they all talked about back in May, I want to say like May or March or whatever of 2018. And then that stuff never came to fruition. And so now we're like, well, guess we don't have those. What freeway is this I'm about to get on? I don't know. I just follow the GPS line. Am I on a freeway? Oh, I'm on my way to the 97, okay. Ooh, that light was changing. I'm doing 50 and a 35. I should probably slow down. We got plenty of gas, so we're not going to stop for gas. Come on, light, turn green, turn green, turn green, turn green. Don't make me do this. God damn it. Watch. Yep, I was almost to a complete stop and the light changes to green. The limit for assigned power is 4 units. If you needed more power on it, if you're building a train and you're putting your own locomotives on it, and you needed more power, you could stick more units on there, but you can't put your name on those and claim them as yours. So you can't be like, well, I need to stick 4 more SD40s on the tail end of this train, so I'm just going to stick my name in these 4. You do that, I'm going to take the name out of them. Me or one of the other admins will. Hell, like I stopped on the line. What I need to do is once I get this load delivered, I'm gonna stop for about 5 minutes, finish my food. I made some food earlier and got distracted with other things. But the left turn lane doesn't get the light. Okay. Do we got the light now? There we go. No, that would not be. That would be going against the assigned power rules that we have in place. And the original idea behind the assigned power was you would pick 4 locomotives that are yours, put them somewhere, and then if they get put on a train, it's your responsibility to run that train. If you want to run a train and use your own power, you don't respawn it somewhere else. You drive your power. Whoop, hit the curb. You drive your power to where it is you want it to be at. But your assigned power really isn't. You're not 100% tied to it. You can be if you want to. So, you know, if you got your power all the way into, say, Bakersfield, and then you really wanted to run a train out of Barstow, but your power is all the way in Bakersfield, you could just teleport to Barstow and run that train. Well, technically, anywhere we spawn them in is going to be off route because we only spawn in power at the spawn points. Talked about in a previous conversation with somebody or somewhere. One of the model railroad clubs I belonged to for a while, they had a rule that anything you put on the layout, on their layout, you had to put it on in staging. So if you brought your own locomotive from home and you wanted to run it, you had to put it on the layout in staging and then run it light power from staging to the yard, then tied it onto the train that you were picking up. And I kind of tried to follow that rule with Run 8. If you want to run, if you needed power for a train in Barstow, you get power from either from the shop tracks, or we spawn you in some power at the end of the railroad and you run it all the way to Barstow. Which, as we get more and more routes, becomes harder and harder to do because it's further and further. It used to not be a problem because we used to just only have Barstow and Mojave before Needles came out. And, because Needles used to be a separate route. And, you just spawn stuff at Daggett and be fine. I guess now the closest spawn point to Barstow would be Yermo. like, trying to be realistic, but at the same time, like, in the real world, you're not assigned a single locomotive. Like, you're assigned a train, and so you'd show up to work on the railroad, and they'd say, all right, you're going to be taking this train from Barstow to Bakersfield. And then when you got it there, you would get off the train, somebody else would get on it, and continue on their way to, Fresno or whatever, the next crew change point. And then you would hop on a train back to Barstow or whatever. But the assigned power is kind of like that little fun little hinted, or little nod to model railroading that a lot of us all have experience with, so. I mean, it's not throwing a fit. It's more of you get this or you don't get paid. Because and I can always call up my one buddy and ask him get all the details. Because I have a friend I went to high school with who he ended up getting a job working for the railroad, and every so often the problem is if I call him, it's going to be a 4-hour phone call. Because, like, he talks a lot. Didn't realize I should have upshifted there, but okay. The problem with that statement is a lot of people know somebody that works for the railroad because they met them, while out rail fanning or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, you know them, but that doesn't mean you know them. Whereas when I say I know someone who worked from the railroad, like, him and I went to high school together. We worked at the same museum together. I helped him build his model train layout. And then shortly after I moved to Vegas, he ended up moving to North Dakota for a while, I think, and got a job working for CP. And then he left CP and now works for CN out of Wisconsin. So it's like, that's how I know somebody who works for the railroad. And what he'll do is he'll occasionally, like, he had all his G-Corps books from when he was training. He didn't need them anymore because he got different copies. And he sends stuff to me all the time, so I get, like, vests and things. It's like, this is all cool stuff. I have no use for it, but it's cool. Yeah, that's how I got a CP vest. I have some CP track warrant forms. The CSX vest and CSX hard hat, I got those through, they fell off of a train out in the middle of nowhere. And, like, well, my buddy picked them up and he's like, well, these are mine now. I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh wait, this is a CSX vest, a CSX hard hat. You're the one who models CSX, not me. You can have it. And I was like, okay. So. But the hard hat is still at my mom's house because it was too big to pack when I moved out here, since I flew out here to move. And every time I've gone back, I haven't, like, had room in any of my bags to pack it. Speaking of which, I think I lost my suitcase. Yeah, I don't get that here. Then again, like, there's not really any place for me to go rail fanning in this city. There's a couple places I found that are pretty okay, but like there's one of them, and it would have every time I've gone there, there's a quarry right next to it, which isn't the problem. The problem is there's a truck coming up. Oh, he just stopped in the middle of the road. The problem is they were doing road work right next to that place, and they were kicking up so much dust, and it was just windy enough that all that dust was flying right in my face. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here, you know, even when I know there's not that many trains that come through the area, so. Where are we? We're in Burns? Nice. It's a little bit of a rough road here. What's nice is the one spot I found there's a PT's right there. It's a bar. So I could easily just go in, go into the bar, sit at the bar for a little bit, have a couple drinks. What? Except the windows at that bar all face the road and they don't face the train tracks behind it, so. Do I not have a light on my... I probably have a light, I just don't see it on my dashboard that's telling me my high beams are on. I'm just curious how much further I've got to go. I don't want to bring up my little... Well, let's bring it up. 249 more miles. Damn, I haven't gotten that far. I think the coolest thing, though, that's ever happened while I was out rail fanning is we had a guy who was hanging out with us. He was one of the members of the club, that Model Railroad Club there. And he lived in that town, and he worked for the railroad, but he was also he was the head signal maintainer for that subdivision. And so we're all just sitting around talking, one guy's brought a cooler over, and we're all having a beer, except for him, because, well, he wasn't on the clock, so I think he might have been having a beer, I don't remember. But because he... is the head signal maintainer and he lives in that town, he always has a radio on him. Even if he's not at work, he always has his radio. So he's like, oh, you want to see something fun? He pulls out his radio out of his pocket, tones up the dispatcher, and then for like 5 minutes we hear the dispatcher going, dispatch answering, Durand Tower, or CN Desk 13 answering Durand. He eventually responded. He's like, yeah, we're just doing a radio check out here. But... we went 60 through here. If you ever exit the game, if you're playing Run 8 and you're driving a train and you exit, the train immediately stops. But you should always make sure that if you're going to exit the sim, to always relinquish your train, unless of course obviously your game crashes, then you shouldn't worry about that. But I should actually send a link to this stream to my buddy. I don't think he's working tonight. He'd be interested in this. He used to drive truck. He can point out all the mistakes I make. Yeah, nothing happens, but sometimes things do happen. It's always good to relinquish, because sometimes what will happen is you'll disconnect, and the train will glitch and either delete itself or become corrupt. It's very, very rare that that happens, but you should always make sure you relinquish before you exit. We actually had a time where somebody, we still have no idea how this happened. They exited the server, but it never relinquished their train. So that train was still under user control, even though that user had left. And nobody could do anything with this train. We actually had to restart the server. And then when we did, that train just glitched and was deleted. I'm going to do that thing that I do not condone. Oh, shit. I can't do the thing I do not condone. Oh, they want me to pull over for vehicle inspection. Which means I'll have time to rummage through my fridge. And the other servers I didn't relinquish, but now I know to, because no one actually was told to relinquish. It's a... Oh, do I want to turn? Do I want not to? I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I gotta do. Sign told me to go this way, but they want me to stop at the truck stop. The way station. But it's about to, like, flag me for not stopping. There was one time I just went off-roading. Yeah, different servers have different rules. We try to adhere pretty good. Like, we like to make sure that things run smoothly, and when people... Like, we had one person who we had to remove him because he constantly was corrupting trains. And so someone would have been spent, you know, hours working on building a train, and then he would come in, corrupt it, and we'd lose hours worth of work, and we got tired of it. And after we told him several times to stop doing all the stuff he was doing that was causing these issues, he didn't. And so we're like, well, you're obviously doing this because you're not paying attention to the rules. You're causing issues, so GTFO, buddy. This whole truck stop is set up weird. How is this not... Oh, I know why it's... Oh, it is. And it was open one way I could get to it. I'm like, I could have swore I opened this up the other day. Bent over, like how some people like it. Digging through my mini fridge to get... Oh yes, come to daddy. Ugh. Before I do that though. Nom nom nom. There we go. I got a beer out of my fridge and finished up my food. And I like I stuffed so much so fast into my face. Get myself the hiccups. Alright, here we go. Back on the road. And our heavy load, it's kind of late at night in game, I think. Yeah, it's midnight in game. I'm too high of a gear for this. There we go. I may or may not have just blown that stop sign. Drop a gear. Get some speed. What's the sign say? Snow zone. I 100% do not condone drinking and driving in the real world, but in video games, I don't care. Like, anytime I go out to the bar, I usually have my girlfriend. Usually we swap it up, like, either she'll drive and then I can drink, or I'll drive and she can drink. And then the last time, we actually just split it. I paid for the Uber to get us there and get us home, and she just paid for all of our drinks, and it worked out like $40 in Ubering and $40 in drinks. She actually ended up getting the more expensive drinks for herself, so I was like, I ain't even mad, bro. What I need to do is get a new car, because my car's kind of being a piece of shit, and convince my girlfriend's brother to just drive her and I around so we can drink and not have to pay for Uber. But look, Alec. You drive us to the bar, we'll buy you all the non-alcoholics you want. And yes, I'm texting and driving. I'm actually just reading a text. Again, another thing that, you know, you should never, if you're driving, you should never have your phone on you. Like, put it in your pocket, put it in the cup holder, put it in the phone holder, and don't fiddle with it. Like, even when I ride my bike, I put my phone in the phone holder on my handlebar, only so that way I can tap the screen and hit the next button to skip music instead of trying to, like, fiddle with my earbuds to do it. Hey, we're in Nevada now. Yay. Cruise control's off. I like how it's no passing zone. And that guy just flew by me. So you know what? I'm gonna run him down. one of us is faster. He might have a more powerful engine than me. I know this truck will take this load though. Flat road, 100 miles an hour. But this is a hill. I think we're both struggling up it. Here we go. Now we're going down a hill. He's got a triple, so his trailers are going to be heavy. If he's loaded, he's going to be really heavy, so. I don't do the tandem or anything like that. I don't like those trailers. I find them, I don't know enough about driving them to handle them. Like backing up and everything is always a pain in the dick for me. I burned most of my fuel, damn. Come on, I can catch this guy. This truck's fast enough to do it. Now we're in 18th gear, we're doing 93 miles an hour. And the distance between him and I is dropping. This may be videographic evidence of me breaking several laws, but whatever. Oh, I don't think I want to make this turn. I didn't make that turn. That was not a turn you could take at 100 miles an hour. Luckily that guardrail's there to keep me on my wheels. And that guy's gone. What's trailer 44% damage, cargo 31%. I'm definitely not getting good payout on this. There was no warning I should have been going that fast. There was. Speed limit was 70. I should have only been doing 70. Not. Oh no, I probably would have rolled at 72. That was a sharp-ass corner. Oh well. Shit happens, you know. I don't remember that guy's name. But if I see him again... No, I don't remember his name, so I won't know if I see him again. Watch, he's like right up here. Nah, he's not. I wonder if he made this turn or not, or if he went straight. He probably went straight, I bet. Who knows where he's going? Oh well. Not my problem anymore. I'm not worried about it. Of course, we are playing American Truck Sim. If anyone watching wants to meet up somewhere, we can always arrange an in-game meetup and figure something out. And now I'm in northern Nevada. About to, oh my god, is this? Oh, that's a different guy. Oh, there's a lot of guys up here. Oh wow, these must all be... Yeah, this is like a big group of guys. This is awesome.
Échale, compa, comando.
Cámara, cámara, ¿sí me oigo? A ver si me supera.
Ooh, oh, got close.
Simón, Simón, Simón.
That guy got even closer.
Dale, ahí voy, vámonos.
It's Route 66 guys. They all speak Spanish though. Not a problem. I mean, it'd be nice if we all agreed in one game, like in the game done. I'm just gonna do this. I don't care about the XP bonus. The truck's already fucked. Like, I'm not gonna get that much because we did have that rollover. So I'm not gonna bother with backing up. Nope, wrong button. Engine off. I did press enter. I hate how it doesn't like recognize push buttons. Damaged. You're a farmer. You got a welder. Base reward. Damn. Oh, I lost money on that, and I lost XP on that. So that was totally, completely worthless. Job market, cargo. They have any cargo here? Go back up to Portland. Do I want to go back up to Portland? What's here in Elko? Let's see. No, I clicked on the Elko jobs. Jackpot. We got anything in jackpot? Yeah, but that's only 26,000. 37,000. 26. If I take this job and go up to that part of Portland, that'll be fun, but that's going to be a bit of a hike to get to that, but that's going to be $37,000. And it's an urgent delivery, so... Yeah, we'll pick that one up. Oh, what I want to do, though, is I want to find a... I'm going to find a shop. That's a garage. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, I want to go... Oh, it's to that place. I got to pick up from there. So... That's the route we'll take. New mentions. What's my new mention? No. Oh, I gotta. What do I got over here? I'm just checking my Facebooks and everything, so it's gonna be a minute before we get rolling. Alright. Back in game, we're back in game. Cool. It's a broken ass truck and trailer. What I can do is I can go there and possibly upgrade the trailer. Maybe get a longer trailer. I might have the money for it. I don't know. I didn't really make it. I made zero money. I lost money in that because I had to pay for fuel. I paid like $200 for fuel, but I fucking wrecked the trailer. Means I have a couple of drivers that I've hired that should be making me money, but occasionally they don't, which sucks. I know a lot of people who play this, multiplayer at least. Not a lot of people, but I do know a lot of people who, I hear of people who, they just, they get a modded account that has like $1 billion. So like, oh, well, I don't ever have to worry about money. It's like, that's no fun, man. You know, to spend the money or to get a get a modded account that or profile or whatever that's already got $1 billion. So you don't have to worry about upgrades and stuff. And it's already like max level, so you've already got everything unlocked. It's like, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in, you know, playing and unlocking new stuff and the challenge of balancing the income with the expenditures and stuff? That's why, like, in most games I don't use money exploits in games or anything like that. Like, I remember, like, years and years ago, like when the first Sims came out, there was Rosebud. It was a cheat code that would give you like $1 million, and it's like, that's cool, but now I have $1 million. I don't have to worry about managing my money. I can just go Rosebud, man. It's not fun to me. All right. On our way to Elko, we're gonna go pick up another load. If anyone is, anyone watching the stream wants to pop in and roll along, we can always work something out, figure out a plan. We're going for about another, we'll go to 10 o'clock, so about another hour and a half of this. Ooh, that's a weird dip. Of course, I do pay attention to both Twitch and YouTube chat, so if you're watching and you want to talk shit, whatever, talk about what's going on, anything like that, try my best. Nah, all over the road right now. Because I pay attention to Twitch chat and YouTube chat, I'm like, I do a cross-check thing where it's like, alright, I'm driving, look to the left, check, see if anything new is posted to Twitch, nothing's new, alright, look to the right, check if anything's on YouTube, nothing's new, alright, back to the road. But then whenever I look over the Twitch chat, I'm also looking at my monitors for like audio and everything, and I get distracted. It's like, oh look, interesting information. Oh wait. And I do that any game I play. I need to just get filthy rich and hire somebody to monitor my stream for me. I'd probably do that. Set my laptop up over here in the corner and be like, alright, laptop, you're going to be the monitor. You know, that's monitoring the, not the chat, but, I'm out of fuel again? What the hell? Did they, like, up the burn rate of fuel? Or did I really burn that much? I'm trying to do 100 miles an hour to catch that guy earlier. Truck coming, dim the lights. You know, part of the problem too is like I have force feedback on the wheel, and every little bump I'm hitting, it's like thunk, 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 thunk. Like the road just feels 10 times rougher right now. And it's not like, oh, you're going off the road, that's what I was like, no, like, you can see like the wheel jerking around. That's my actual controller wheel, like, getting ripped out of my hand. Alright, now I'm gonna turn here. There's a gas station on the right. We can stop and get our gas. Then we can go check the truck area and get the truck repaired. God damn it. I also have a little bit of resistance in turning the wheel back and forth. I think I have it up a little too high. Spend more money on gas that I didn't make back last trip. Might turn the... yeah, I'm going to turn that down next stop we make. Actually. Hazards on. As close as I can to this fence. Options. Controls. Force feedback. Force feedback stiffness. I think that's what I'm looking for. Oh, if it just put me back in the city, if it put me back somewhere else, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, yeah, that feels a little better. Oh, that feels a lot better. Before it was like, I had the stiffness up too high. Now I actually feel like it's a little too light. Anyways, as I was saying, I wasn't saying anything, but yeah, tomorrow night we'll be streaming again at 7 p.m. till probably 10. Playing Steel Beast. After that, Sunday night, well, no stream on Saturdays. Sunday night we'll be doing Elite Dangerous, and and probably Sunday and Monday night we'll be doing Elite. So, if you're watching the stream now and you're like, hey, you know what, this is kind of, this person kind of has maybe a slight idea what they're talking about. They may be an interesting person to talk with. I don't know. Drop a follow on Twitch and be like, alright, see ya then. But the stream's not done. I'm still going. I'm just getting that information out. Like to plug my own channel when I can. Like, this stream is brought to you by me. Alright. What the hell? Oh. Don't. It was a little. I cut that a little hard. Yeah, I put that sensitivity. I put the stiffness up a lot, or down, and now it feels much better now. Maybe it's a little too much. This thing's faster though to turn the wheel. Alright, first we gotta service this thing. That's $2,000 out of my pocket. Damn. Trailer configurator. That's 23,000. That would 48 foot. Let's do a. Yeah, that'll work. And then go with the shadow rims. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Do I have any new hubs? Nothing I really like. I like the red dot. Alright. No, I don't want flags. Yeah, that one looks okay. Those mud flaps work. I don't need a sign. I don't like that living wall. I like that wall. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. That's a nice, a little bit bigger trailer. A little bit more cargo. Truck configurator. Can I put a bigger engine in this thing yet? Nope. I've got. I think the biggest engine you can get at 625 horsepower. Well, let's put a 7-speed. Yeah, that'll be awesome. And the problem is, any of these are going to require me to get a sleeper cab, and I don't like a sleeper. I don't want a sleeper cab. I want to keep my day cab. I already got rid of the fenders. I don't have anything new either. Here either. Yeah, well, let's take a look at this now. Bigger trailer. Yeah, it's only like 4 feet longer instead of 45, and now it's actually only 3 feet longer. But that should allow me to haul more cargo. Nope, that's a red light. Ah. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this turn here. Go down a block. Turn that way, because there's no light up here. It's funny, Elko does have... Oh, and I'm thinking Eli. I was going to say, Eli does have a railroad, but it's not service... And I thought there wasn't... I didn't think there was a light up here. Damn it. But it's not service... But it's like... It's a tourist railroad. It's no connection to any real main line anymore. It's an old mining line. And then there's like... Oh, no, wait, we're in Elko. And there's a UP yard in Elko. How do I turn that off? There we go. I don't need my GPS thing up. The only driving aid that I use is that one right-hand mirror, just because I can't really extend my screens for all of them. All right, cargo market. $40,000. So that's a definite increase. Ooh, I could also take scrapped cars. Nah, we're just gonna take the. We'll take that. We're gonna go to get this thing loaded up. Right there. Okay. I just wish it was daytime. This is so much easier in the day. I'm using the little mirror, just looking there. Oh yeah, this is so much easier now that I've like reduced the stiffness of the steering. So much easier with the stiffness reduced. It's like time accelerates, but it doesn't. Alright, before we get going. Just Just checking a couple things on other places. I guess I can click that, click that. I need to now respond to a text message over here. Did I click back on my game? No, I didn't. I'm checking something real quick, so it's gonna take me a minute here, but yeah. Just going through Reddit. Someone sent me a picture, and I'm like, that's not your picture. I'm trying to find the one I remember seeing. No, I'll figure it out later. Time to hit the road. Oh, yeah, parking brake set. Oh, can't make that turn hard. I should go out this way and go down that road because I'm not going to be able to make those turns. Ah, fucking hell. So yeah, I was talking earlier when we were coming through this way, before we picked up that load, about games I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. My stream schedule and everything. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Steel Beasts, which if you're not familiar with Steel Beasts, there we go. It's a like full-on tank simulator. They do the community gets together every Friday night and does a Friday night game session. I stream it with a little bit of a delay, just that way if anyone is watching on the other team, which they aren't because I don't advertise to them that I'm streaming, I and yeah, it'll be a little slower because it'll probably be about an hour, hour and a half of just sitting while we're like in the planning stage and everything, but then it'll actually get rolling, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow. Actually had fun last week. I've had problems with the multiplayer sessions, and so I'm kind of weary about actually participating in them. Last week I did something different. Instead of being like, alright, I'll command an entire platoon, I just said, no, I'm just going to pick one tank, I'm going to sit in it, and I'm going to be the gunner, and somebody else can tell it where to go, and, you know, have an AI commander, and an AI driver, and a player gunner. And that actually worked really well for me until, like, all of our other tanks were destroyed, and I was the only tank left, and then the other guy's like, alright, you can stay in the gunner seat, I'll command. And he's telling me, look left, and I'm like, I am looking left. I'm hard left, or I got the stick hard to the left right now. The tank just happened to spin around to the right. I feel like bumpiness, like bumps have been turned way up. It's like driving good, driving good. Oh, I need to upshift. We're on our way back into Oregon, specifically to Pendleton in Deep Grove. So we've got 509 miles to cover. Yeah, the road, like, bump sensitivity's been, or bump feedback's been turned way up. It like, hit a little tiny bump and the wheel is just going all over the place. It's like, alright, we're on smooth road, I can kind of relax, don't have to grip the wheel tight, and then hit a little bump and it's like, oh, the wheel's not in my hand anymore. Now it's just rolling music and beer. Trucks, music, and beer. I love sim games like this that allow you to, you know, to experience something that you wouldn't otherwise be able to, because, like, oh, I don't have a job as a truck driver. Come on, keep her under control. There we go. But, like, I don't have experience as a truck driver. I probably never will. But I can at least do this, and on top of that, I can have a beer, and I can listen to music. Without fear of consequence. Ooh, this load must be top heavy, because I can feel that, I felt that trailer roll. Is that the sun coming up? It's 4 a.m. And this is the area where we crashed earlier, so take it easy. Rolled the truck around the corner over here. Hilarious is if like the game did recognize like when you left skid marks in the ground or whatever and just saved them like a local file, like all your skid marks. You can just see like where I slid and rolled over here. Sun's coming up though, so it'll be easier to see what we're doing. Seems like every time I log into this, it's always at night. Like, great. Alright, I'm like extra careful because this is right here, this corner here. May have also been doing 100 miles an hour coming into that corner, but you know. Oh, we made it through that. Cool. And the rest of this is a pretty easy road, so. And of course, as I always say, you know, I do interact with, I do like interacting with the viewership. So if you got any questions, comments, any kind of bullshit like that. Why did I upshift? We'll never know. Oh. Down a gear, coming up this hill. And I think the speed drops up here as we go through a town. good on gas. We're still good on gas. Seihan Casino. Ugh. The sun's up enough I can turn the brights off, but if I turn my headlights off... Oh. Apparently they don't have a problem with that. The game, like, sometimes yells at you, like, oh no, your headlights aren't on, and I'm like... Okay. Snow zone again. Okay, okay. About an hour left. We should be able to get this delivery done in time, and then I'll probably call it a night as soon as this delivery is done. But, get this delivery and then call it a night. I did have a long day at work, and I'm tired, and I have a long day tomorrow. Oh, sweet! I can bypass this way station. And of course I'm reading that message and I drift into the other lane. This way station's a pain in the dick. Took that corner like a race car driver, and then I cut it. It'll still be daytime when I get to where I need to make the delivery, and, well, everything's still in perfect health, fingers crossed. We got 283 miles left to go, though. Chat seems to have kind of died down a lot, so I'm just like, I got nothing to talk about now. Who knows? like, was everyone did he have to ping everyone for that? So yeah, we're just rolling along. We're on our way up to Northern Oregon. That was 40-mile-an-hour speed suggestion here. Yeah, these are some tight S-curves. That first one was. This one's okay. This one's a little tight. Yeah, you can tell by how close together those arrows are and how tight the corner's gonna be. And that's not just an in-game thing. That's like a real-world thing. The closer those angled arrows are together, the tighter the curve. Except for that one, this isn't a very tight curve, so this should have been further apart. And almost went off the road. Like I hit that white line, I was hugging it. Reduce speed ahead. And we're in Burns and half a tank of gas. I think we'll be okay. Is it this light? Yeah, it's this light I'm turning on, so. Oh, it's so much easier to make that turn with the resistance adjusted on the wheel. Like before, I'd always oversteer. I'd be like halfway through the corner and then fighting the wheel to straighten it back out, and then it's like zip, zip. I'm gonna swing this wide so that way he can swing wide. A load of pipes. There's a sexual innuendo in there somewhere. That was scary. I was like, oh, I'm coming in too fast for this. Yeah, we're drifting. We're going up a hill? Is that why my truck just seems like it's struggling? It must be. Oh, and we got more S-curves. Suggest speed limit 25. Place your bets on if I'll flip. Why just stop? Well, because I want to do something. I'm like, I know I'm stopped in the middle of the road. I know traffic's probably going to come up and rear end me. But I don't want to be, like, not in the road for the screenshot, you know? There we go. And now before someone comes up behind me and rear ends me. Who's a bit of race car driver? Me. And truck driver seat. I take corners like a race car. Braked into the corner, partway through, it's at the apex, powered out of it. Was that a perfect corner? Nah, you could have done that better. I could have done that a whole hell of a lot better, but... I went in the other lane like that because I was not making that. I was coming in way too fast for that corner. Way too fast. Don't think we got that much further to go. Mount Vernon? Wait, we're at Michigan? What? What? Timber workers there, we must be getting close. Speed limit's 55, I got the cruise to 65. There. See, it was just a random little bump right there, and it just kicked the wheel to one side. This doesn't seem like a safe road to be doing 55 on. It's too twisty. Too twisty and too hilly. I'm just coasting down the hill using the engine brake here to slow me down. There's no sign that says I can't engine brake, so I'm going to engine brake. Alright, now we're down. We've gotten down that hill for the most part. Give it some power again, get back up to speed. Just cross-check all my chats like I always do. Sit here and silently scream because there's something in my nose and I need a tissue, but I'm driving and I'm not going to stop and get a tissue. Next rest stop I see, I'm gonna get a tissue though, because this is actually getting like, it's uncomfortable. There's something stuck in my nose, like I need to blow my nose. You know what? What the hell did I hit? Unless the cargo's not damaged. I'll be back in half a second. There we go. My nose feels so much better now, because whatever that was, it was like... I want to go off that dirt pile and jump it. It would actually be kind of cool, like they added more, like a lot more trucks to the game, and then had something like what Forza Horizon has, where you'll find random cars, like barn find, throughout the world as you explore it. It's like some trucks you wouldn't be able to buy, you would only be able to find, like, in the barns. And so you're driving along, and you pull up to the barn, and it's like, oh, we found this truck, do you want to buy it from us? It's like, sure. That light's gonna change to yellow right about now. Yep. Doing that is so bad for your tires. Like moving your wheel like this when the tires aren't moving, just it actually, it's not super bad, but it's not good for them. It does wear out the, it does, you know, add unnecessary wear to one spot on your tire. And do it enough, you can actually rip your tires apart. Like the only vehicle that I have, I'll turn the wheel when it's not moving. It's my motorcycle. Like I'll turn the handlebars because it's a different rotation. My car, it's like I very rarely turn the wheels without the car actually moving. Is that the marker for our destination? Oh, I gotta go through Portland, I think. I did want that exit. Too busy playing with the cameras. I'm like, oh, I'm in the freeway for a little bit. Nope, I'm at my exit. Yeah, our destination's down there somewhere, so we're almost there. Oh, and it's a gravel road. This is gonna be fun. It's shaking my whole desk. Get the speed down. Oh, I hope it smooths out up here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it or hear it, but that you see how the wheels twitching in game? That's because my actual wheel is like being moved around by these bumps. And because my desk is metal and bolted together, it rattles the entire time. Oh, cool. Alright. We'll pick the hard one, of course. Alright, it's right over there. I see it now? Cool. And of course, this place is going to be loud as hell. Oh, backing up is so much easier too. I don't think I'm gonna be on target, but what you can do is pull in like so. Start to try and straighten it out so I can see better. Yeah, I may have hit that wall. I might be stuck here. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're also running out of air in the brakes. No, that's looking better. That's definitely looking better there. Alright, engine off. Let's make our delivery. Falco to Peddington, 500, or Peddleton, 557 miles. 40,000 credits. It's not bad. There. My loans are all paid off. But I think we're called a night there. I'll catch you guys all... Oh, credits. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be playing some Steel Beasts. Commander Kaz, out.